It's another day in the NBA and another negative headline for the Golden State Warriors' Draymond Green. It may be a time for the Golden State Warriors to consider trading their longtime star, and if they do, does the Miami Heat make the most sense? Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into the video today, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support. I'm on my path to 500 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So the NBA has suspended the Warriors' Draymond Green indefinitely after he took an inadvertent swing at the Suns' Yusuf Nurkic. And this was the third time this season alone that he has been ejected from a game. And this is the second time he has been suspended this season as well. His first suspension was after he got into a scuffle and altercation versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And in that altercation, he put the Wolves center Rudy Gobert into a headlock. So Draymond was suspended for 8 games for that incident. And the NBA has recently just come out and said that Draymond will be suspended for at least 3 more weeks, and he's going to be taking a counseling course or counseling sessions. And so the 33-year-old Draymond Green picked an inopportune time to receive this indefinite suspension. The Warriors have gotten off to a really slow start this year. They have the 11th best record in the Western Conference currently, so they're definitely struggling, and they may struggle even further without their defensive player Draymond. The team is 2.5 games back from the Houston Rockets for the 9th seed in the conference. Houston has definitely stepped up this year. They have a young, solid core and added 2 solid veteran pieces in Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet. So they have overachieved earlier in the season. They're coming back to earth now, but they're a good team. They're a solid young team that's developing. And they're also behind the Los Angeles Lakers, who are the 8th seed. So the Warriors definitely need to string together some wins in order to get back into the playoff picture so they can avoid the play-in. And that's going to be difficult without Draymond Green. So interestingly, though, the Warriors have played relatively well ever since arguably their best defensive player received this suspension. The team is 2-1 since losing to the Suns nearly a week ago. Their wins have come against the Nets, the Trailblazers, while their lone loss during that span has come against the LA Clippers, who are riding a 8-game win streak. So after winning the NBA championship in 2022, the performance of the Golden State Warriors has plummeted immensely, as indicated by their current record. Klay Thompson is regressing, not shooting as well as he has in the past. He's getting older. He's dealt with all those injuries. Andrew Wiggins has taken a step back and disappeared. And then Draymond has just been suspended for a ton of games thus far this year. And right now, it's not only Draymond's fault, as I mentioned. The team has been struggling throughout the year for the reasons I just mentioned. And the issue here, though, is Draymond Green was a free agent last season, but then he signed a massive $100 million extension in the offseason. And it seems like the patience of the front office could be dwindling until they decide, should they trade Draymond Green and break up this championship core, this dynasty, if you will, after they were just 2 years removed from winning the NBA championship. So the question here is, if the Golden State Warriors do trade Draymond Green, where should they trade him? Who would be the best team? One, obviously the Warriors would have to gain the most assets from that team, but in terms of fit, who could Draymond help the most? What contender or potential contender can benefit the most from Draymond's services? So my question is, should the Miami Heat get into the mix if Draymond Green, and that's a big if, becomes available? So the Miami Heat thrive on a versatile defensive system that can move seamlessly between blitzing to switching to zone and Green would definitely be a perfect fit given his versatility and basketball intelligence. Pairing him up next to Bam would be huge. Draymond is used to playing as a small ball 5 and can guard centers. Also, obviously, he can guard 1 through 5. So having him and Bam as your anchors on defense would be ridiculous because obviously you still have Jimmy Butler in the mix and Caleb Martin or Hayward Highsmith who could round out that potential starting lineup, assuming that we would have to get rid of a Kyle Lowry, possibly even a Tyler Hero. Not sure if Heat fans would want to give up Tyler Hero and all that offense for Draymond Green because offense is one of our weaker areas. We are a better defending team and we're not really the best when it comes to points per game and efficiency and scoring. So I'm not sure exactly who we would trade for, but on paper, Draymond would definitely help us defensively. On offense, his playmaking would be super helpful, but his lack of shooting would potentially strangle a team. Also starting 2 other stars who are not 3-point threats. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo do not spread the floor, so having a third person that is not capable of spreading the floor could be detrimental to the Miami Heat. The Heat have always played a floor spacing power forward. Over the past few years, players like Kevin Love now and PJ Tucker have been effective, or Jay Crowder as well in the past. Having Draymond Green also though on offense would definitely unlock Bam Adebayo. He would definitely be the best passer / playmaker that has been playing next to Bam Adebayo. He would be able to create much more opportunities for Bam Adebayo. We probably don't want Draymond to focus on the DHO because that's what Bam and Duncan predominantly used to do, and that's too predictable. But Draymond is a really good playmaker, and I think he would be a good fit for the Miami Heat. The former Defensive Player of the Year, Green, again, does all of the little things on the basketball court. He's an elite defensive player, strong playmaker from the forward spot, and is always willing to mix it up with opposing players. Miami would definitely like to add Draymond from a cultural perspective and from a toughness perspective. The Heat culture that is embedded in every member of the franchise is something that could revitalize Green's career. There were some hot-headed individuals like Chris Anderson, aka Birdman, who flourished in an environment like the Miami Heat's. The leaders in the Miami Heat system, led by Pat Riley, Coach Eric Spoelstra, have a unique way of gaining trust and respect from every player that wears a Miami Heat jersey. So again, from the trade package perspective, Miami has the large salary and expiring salary of Kyle Lowry. That probably won't make sense though because they already have Chris Paul and Steph Curry. So I don't know if they want another old point guard in the back court with Steph, but they can also include him just to match salaries as a cap filler, along with several draft picks. I would assume it would at least be a minimum of 2 first-round picks. And with Green's potential low trade value at the moment, Miami might not have to let go again of a Tyler Hero or a Jaime Jaquez. But realistically, if they do want to get a deal done, I think they would have to definitely include a player like Jaime Jaquez in order to acquire Draymond Green. So, yeah, I think from a fit perspective, it could work. From a toughness perspective, from a defensive perspective, it could definitely help this Miami Heat team go from like a top 10 defense to a top 5. That would be a scary trio on defense. I don't love Draymond Green, and I think the Miami Heat should focus on getting someone more offensively minded, like a Donovan Mitchell, if he becomes available, or even someone like a Gordon Hayward who can get you 15, 16 points per game and spread the floor. I think that would be a better fit, but I'm open-minded to acquiring Draymond Green. I think he could definitely help this team. I don't know if it makes us a championship team necessarily, but it would definitely be a step in the right direction. So Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Miami Heat should pursue Draymond Green if he hypothetically becomes available and the Warriors are willing to trade him? Let me know. Thanks again. Talk to you guys soon.